Last episode, Chelsea continued to struggle for results, and now with January coming to an end, it's time to hit the transfer market. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respect the Jeff here with another episode in this Chelsea career. Well, we have been struggling on and off all season long. We're still in decent shape, and this is our time to turn it around. Spurs, our big rivals in the Carabao Cup second leg, they took us down in the first, so we will have to turn this around. In the meantime, we have a new career event. Tammy Abraham is struggling really bad, being out injured, and he wants the club to sign his brother Timmy just to keep his morale up. So we're going to make that happen a little bit later, but we have to worry about the ties right in front of us at the moment here. Tottenham up next, then we have a game against Brentford before the transfer window closes, where we will get to signing some players. We're going to go ahead right now and try to sign Tammy Abraham. Let's see if he's here for a reasonable amount. Low rated, realistically he's never going to play in the team, but some other teams in real life like Milan have done this in the past, so I figured it would be a good way to go about keeping Tammy happy. We're also going to go back to a 4-3-3 for this one. We're chasing a goal from the first leg, so we got to hit the ground running offensively at least and try to hang on in terms of our defense. So here we go, guys. Spurs up next, and let's get to the game. All right, here we go. Like I said, Chelsea looking to turn around that first leg 1-0 loss to Spurs and make ourselves through to the final here. We are reigning champs. We won the EFL Cup and the FA Cup last season, so we'll be looking to at least do one of those two again if we want to keep up our good run of form. Declan Rice, fantastic challenge to spring the ball on the offensive now, and Havertz playing through Zaha on the wing, touch into space. Space opening up for him here. Wilfried Zaha, shot and a goal just like that. Chelsea, first chance of the game, and they capitalize. Wilfried Zaha been up and down this season since signing in the summer window, but he's delivering here on the big stage just like that. We flip the tie on its head. An important away goal in a second would really do wonders for us here in this match against Spurs. And Chelsea really on the front foot here. Pulisic, good footwork, and flicks it through for Chilwell. And he's away now, Ben Chilwell. What can he do? Crossing position, lofts one up to the back post. It's caught by Lloris, though. Not going to beat a goalkeeper of that quality from that distance with the cross. And Spurs with a rare foray into our half. We've honestly defended so well, they've barely even had a sniff of our goal, let alone even getting around the penalty area. Chelsea really dominating the proceedings here so far. Sabitzer picks out Havertz, who's doing really well as just an out-and-out striker in this game. I think his technicality is helping the team out a lot. He plays through Sabitzer now. Takes a fantastic touch into space, finds him, Havertz, oh, it's a second goal for Chelsea, lovely stuff, and we take the lead over the aggregate legs here. Chelsea, as it stands, will be going through to the final of the EFL Cup. Still a ton left to play here, but Havertz doing fantastic, had the assist, obviously, for Zaha earlier in the game, and now a goal to himself, and he is shining in the absence of players like Abraham and Werner, who are both out injured at the moment. Our number 9 for the moment up top now is Havertz, and he's making it happen for us. Spurs, though, trying to make this game a little more interesting here, perhaps. Lucas Moura in the box, Zuma flying into challenges, and we can't quite poke it away, but Declan Rice comes away with it. Once again, a brick wall in that back line. And really just going to show, I keep saying this over and over again, but I think he's been player of the season so far, and that does not change here. Marcel Sabitzer now edge of the area looking for a shot. He's got a good shot on him, we know from some of the other goals he's scored this season, but he couldn't quite sneak that one past Gerard Piqué. For those of you who don't remember from the last couple times we've played Spurs, they have Busquets and Piqué somehow coming away with the Barcelona double, so they are a hard team to break down these days. Havertz now trying to get a cross off, and he can't quite do it. Tottenham hanging on here, and Chelsea 2 goals up already, definitely searching for more. Dele Alli, good footwork, but Upamecano shutting it down. It's been lights out defensively for Chelsea here, and lovely play now to beat the press from Tottenham. Sabitzer away in space, and he takes a touch all the way down on the wing. Will he put a ball in? Yes, looking to cross it, can't quite get it off, but Zaha touching the box. Oh, great footwork, takes it around Piqué. How about that? Wilfried Zaha really starting to live up to his potential here. That is absolutely outstanding. Quick thinking there, little step over to send the defender in, and he just rides that one out, wins the challenge, and it's a penalty now for Chelsea. Kai Havertz, can he capitalize with a second goal here? It's been great from the number 29 so far, and he converts the penalty. Chelsea 3, Tottenham 1 over the 2 legs here, and we look to be going through to another EFL Cup final. Outstanding performance from the team, just what we needed when things have really not looked that great on the pitch in the last maybe 5 or 6 games, and we're starting to turn that around here. Just hanging on to make sure Tottenham can't turn the tide here with some nasty challenges flying in late in the match, but we hang on. Chelsea see out Tottenham. We're going to the final. Lovely stuff from the team. and is starting to turn things around here. Kai Havertz, the bright spot, but Wilfried Zaha looked great as well, and really everyone in the team. All right, well, not bad at all. Unfortunately, we see another injury to Upamecano this time, only 5 days out. That does mean he won't be able to play this next game against Brentford, which will be a bit disappointing, as he's probably our first choice center back over Thiago Silva in a back four now, alongside Zuma. And honestly, it's just a really good performance from the team last time out. If it's working for us, I mean, I might end up just sticking with that same formation, 4-3-3, with mostly the same players until some people come back off the injury list. Quick reminder, we're sitting in third place, 1 point behind Manchester United. We have slipped up significantly, but we're still in decent shape here. Like I said earlier, I think Liverpool has already run away with the league, so it's a matter of staying in the top four. So here we go, Barbosa gets the start against Brentford, well deserved after his heroics so far this season. And here we go, straight back into action against Brentford. Alright, well, Chelsea in search of some consistency here. It's been up and down. I mean, obviously we had that huge win against Spurs, but we've seen this happen a couple times so far this season where we seem to get back into some sort of groove and then blow it against especially lower rated teams we seem to struggle the most with. So this game against Brentford could really be crucial. Declan Rice doing well to win the ball back early and then getting himself farther up the pitch, lays it off for N'Golo Kante, waiting to slip through Barbosa, and he does so successfully. He's through into space now. Flavio Barbosa, it was on target, really well hit, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper there, and our young striker continues to impress, leading the line here at such a young age, 16 years old, and he really looks the part so far. And I've said it before a few times as well, but I don't want to put too much pressure on the youngster. I mean, he's not actually going to be our starting striker. Abraham and Werner out injured, so he is getting more minutes, but I will use him sparingly, mostly in cup games and competitions, even matchups like this against teams like Brentford, where he'll probably shine the most. And a really close chance there by Brentford, driving the ball through our entire back line, and it is cleared just outside of the line by one of the Chelsea defenders, and we're away now. Wilfried Zaha, almost no options ahead of him. Something shaping up here. Ziyech, almost slips it through there for Barbosa. Not bad at all. Good understanding between Ziyech, the creative force in midfield, and Barbosa, pretty much an out-and-out striker up top. And they'll be looking to combine here. Kai Havertz away now. Lovely turn, and he's through in space using his pace. We have numbers forward. Can he pick out the right pass? Havertz still going. Looking to cut it back, maybe lays it off. N'Golo Kante. Play still continues. Zaha, good footwork, and it's in the back of the net. Lovely goal from Chelsea. I thought the chance might have just been off there, but Wilfried Zaha does well to improvise, takes his man on, and then puts it into the back of the net from a crazy angle, really. I'm not sure how he snuck that past the goalkeeper, but he made it happen. And once again, that is much better from Zaha. This is what we've been missing from him since signing. And if he can step up like this, he could be a guaranteed starter in the team going forwards. Lovely stuff. Goalkeeper maybe could have done a little bit better at his near post, but we'll take it, guys. It's a goal. Declan Rice moving the ball around well. Chelsea here. Hakim Ziyech looking for the reverse pass, maybe slips through Barbosa, and he's through. A lovely save from the Brentford goalkeeper. How about that with the foot to keep it out? He made the right run. It was a good pass. Finish was not half bad either, but just couldn't quite squeeze it around. Barbosa here in the second half, looking to make something happen. He is hungry for goals. Kai Havertz now through in space and looks to play it through. Not too bad at all, but Barbosa just beaten to it by the defender. Havertz maybe could have just had to go himself, but unselfish, always looking to squeeze a ball through in those situations. Panorama through now, and it could be a goal for Brentford off the post. How has that stayed out? Well, Chelsea counting their blessings here as Brentford, we just get away with them missing that chance. And we do maintain control of the game, but only one goal here. It still could go either way. Zaha, clever footwork to pick out Azpilicueta, looking to cross it in, and it's off the defender and out for a corner. 10 minutes remaining in the match. Chelsea looking to double the lead here. Things not looking great as they stand in terms of risk management and keeping Brentford away from us, but Kai Havertz now slipped through, and it's a shot at goal saved by the goalkeeper. Well done. And Brentford keep this game within one here. Not a whole lot of time left. We just have to make sure they don't score off of this opportunity. Zuma closing down, and he just gets to it. Booted upfield. Barbosa does well to hold play up. Is there a play on here? Pulisic, the substitute, coming on, cutting it inside, lays it off. Barbosa trying to take his man on, and he's beaten to it. Brentford poked away, but that's the game. We see it out. 3 points. Maybe not as big of a scoreline as we would have expected against a team like Brentford, but it's a win nonetheless, and a very important one for Chelsea. Also, big shout out to Holden Nielsen, who's helped me out with these faces. He's the one who created my in-game manager face here, so you'll be seeing this going forwards. And on we go. Well, not too bad from Chelsea. We seem to be turning it around and getting back to top form. And Timmy Abraham, we look to have a deal here. He's pretty cheap in terms of the budget we have, so it looks like we'll be able to bring him on just to keep his brother happy for about $1 million. And we get the deal done. There we have it. Timmy Abraham and Tammy Abraham, both Chelsea players at this point. Like I said earlier, I'm realistically not sure if Timmy is even going to play for the team, but he's here to keep his brother happy, and we'll see how things pan out. Maybe he'll look good in training or get a chance, but only time will tell. Tammy Abraham still nursing that injury, still be out for several more weeks. Barbosa, transfer offer from Real Madrid. How about that? He is catching the eyes of some of the best teams in the world right now. We're not going to let that happen, though. We literally just signed him a couple months back, and he is already really establishing himself here at Chelsea FC. So we're going to keep a hold of him unless something really changes here in terms of our youngster coming through the ranks. Taking a look at our transfer hub, I think it's time to make some signings. Obviously, we got rid of our goalkeeper, or our backup goalkeeper, rather, Onana, in the last episode. Sold him off for $40 million to Arsenal. Not a bad deal at all. So I've got a couple backup keepers in mind here. I really think Mendy is going to be our number one going forwards, but I'm trying to sign someone who has a little bit more longevity and can grow into a role, and I think this guy is perfect. Radu out of Inter Milan. They are horrendously difficult negotiators here. Looking for $38 million. I'm looking more in the 28 range, so they said they're going to have to think it over. They come back to the table here, and we get an offer on the table for $29 million. They finally accept it, and we look to get our man in between the sticks. Hopefully he'll settle for a rotation role, and he does, so the deal goes through, and we've got our backup goalkeeper. Petr Cech has done pretty well in cup competitions, but it's just not sustainable for us. So we have a younger keeper who can kind of grow into a role here as Mendy gets older. Radu has an incredibly high potential at this point in the game, so I think he's going to be a great option for us and can even start challenging Mendy really for that goalkeeping number one spot in the next season or two, and we'll see how he performs here. For now, he'll be starting on the bench, and I think that's going to be a very good signing for the price we're going to get him for. Taking a look at the rest of our squad here, I still think we could use an attacker. Pulisic still not lived up to things. I'm not going to give up on him just yet, but we want to go in for Eden Hazard, who has stated he'd like to return to the club in the last episode, but Real Madrid still hanging on to their investment. They want $120 million for him. We finally get the negotiations down to closer to 100. It's 98 as the deal goes through, but I just can't help shake the feeling that it's going to be a really poor investment to drop $100 million on a 31-year-old. As much as I'd like to see him back at the club, it's just not a realistic investment for Chelsea to make right now. So Duvan Zapata is our next bet. We put an offer in for him earlier, and we're outpriced just a little bit, but we're getting a little more desperate now with numbers thin. And to make things interesting, they're actually offering a transfer swap here for Tomori plus $18 million. And you know what, guys? Why not? It's a little bit of a shame to see one of our academy boys go out, but he's getting no minutes here and really doesn't look to have a future with that backline that we have. So we make the switch, $18 million plus Tomori for Duvan Zapata, a big striker. He's honestly a lot like Abraham, so I think it's going to be the perfect kind of rotation player to swap between those two. It leaves us with $22 million in the bank, a couple hours left in the transfer window here, and I think our business is probably done. I'm not going to spend every last penny if we don't need to. Pulisic, though, an offer coming in from Bayern Munich. How about that to make things interesting? Part of me wants to do it, but I don't want to shake up the squad too much. We're still in a good position this season, and I don't want to sell off and buy a bunch of new talents and hope that everyone can get integrated in the squad. We're going to keep Pulisic at least through the end of the season. I'm going to give him a fair chance to turn things around and start making more of a push for the squad here. And in the meantime, our youth scouts have come back. A couple players. We've started to refill this youth academy after the big scandal earlier in the season, and now we are back up to 6 players in the academy across a variety of positions. Some really good talents, it looks like. I mean, no one really quite ready to make this jump up to the first team just yet, but we'll keep an eye on some of those players. Next up is Watford, and another quick reminder of where we stand in the league. 3rd place, still a point off of Manchester United. Things starting to look tight now. Spurs still level on points with us. Leicester City just behind us. Taking a look down here now, Watford sitting in 12th place. They've been on the upswing, actually, some good results coming from them so far this season, but I think we are also in a good run of form, so I'm hoping to keep that up here against Watford. Barbosa deservedly gets the start up top again. Havertz given a rest because he is running thin on the gas right now, so Mason Mount gets to start. Ziyech on the wing, and let's see what we can make happen here. Now, if you guys are interested in seeing all of the new signings and the way this squad is lining up, go to respectthejeff.com, click on the Chelsea tab, and check out all of our players, including the new players that I just signed in this episode, and let me know what you think in the comments there or on this episode, and let's get to it. All right, here we go against Watford, 2 from 2 in our last 2 matches, and we're looking to keep that up. The pressure's really on in the league right now. The top 4 outside of Liverpool, who are absolutely running away in first place, is really tight. And honestly, I think we need every point we can get for the rest of the season here. Declan Rice, another fantastic challenge. He seems to get better every single game. He's just an outstanding defensive talent and really locking things down on our back line, as well as developing his offensive game. Works it through nicely for Barbosa there, who sneaks one through for Zaha, looking to cut it back, and it doesn't quite come off, but it's good signs there from Chelsea as we break down the Watford defense. Although Ismail Assar getting forward is always a threat here for Watford. Twisting and turning, lays it off Fernandez. Watford, we just can't get the ball off of him. Declan Rice, Ismail Assar, lovely stuff, and it's a goal from the Watford talisman. How about that for some footwork? Makes it look like Upamecano's not even there, dances around him, cuts back inside so tight on the control, and that's a good finish too. Absolutely outstanding player, and really living up to his potential at this point in this career. And Watford find themselves in front. We need to get back into this game, and quick. Reece James looking to close down, and Mendy prevents it from being 2 against Chelsea there. How about the resurgence from our goalkeeper? Nothing he could quite do against that first shot. That's definitely not down to him. Declan Rice, nasty challenge coming in from Sarr there. Deserved yellow card there, and Declan Rice looks to have picked up an injury. We'll be hoping that's nothing too serious. It would be full-blown crisis mode if we were to lose our best player out to injury again, like we've been seeing happen all this season. Marcel Sabitzer with a shot from outside the box. Doesn't really trouble the goalkeeper, but it's a good look at goal from him. Now Wilfried Zaha looking to cut it in, and it's not too bad. Laid up for Barbosa, just a couple inches in front of him, and he couldn't quite finish it. We are still find ourselves behind Watford here going into halftime. Something's got to change. Declan Rice couldn't shake off the injury. We're going to a 4-4-2, Zapata and Barbosa up top. I don't want to bring Havertz into this match unless we absolutely need to. He needs the rest. We can't risk another injury here. Let's see what Barbosa and Zapata can do up top. I'm excited to see what our new signing's capable of, especially the 2 of them, real classic strikers. See if they can work together here. Barely cut out here by Reece James in defense, but we do come away with the ball anyways. Chelsea playing out from the back now, and it's Chilwell galloping down the line and still going, lays it off for Zaha. Great turn, finds Zapata. Can he get the return pass off? Yes, Zaha surging down the middle of the pitch here, and he plays it through. Barbosa is in space, and he finishes. Another goal for Flavio Barbosa, and another assist for Wilfried Zaha. Well, we're back in this, and we can't let up at this point. We need another goal. We need a win. Nothing less than that would be a good result, really, for Chelsea at this stage here. Look at that pass again. Zaha just takes it all the way out of midfield, opens the space up, and he slides that through really nicely for our striker. Let's see if we can't grab a second right away. Some high pressure from the line coming in. Flavio Barbosa trying to close down. This Watford team are no pushovers, though. Like I said earlier, somehow they managed to grab Serginho Dest as well as a couple other players. They are not a bad team by any stretch. Zapata and Barbosa linking up here. And the Watford back line kind of just holding off. Zapata given a ton of room. Have a go, son. Oh, and it's in! How about that? Well, what a way to make your debut. Duvan Zapata with an absolute screamer from way out. I don't know what the Watford back line was doing there, not closing down, but they just gave him the room, and he capitalized. Inch perfect. Look at this, barely over the line. Maybe a little fortunate to get it just over, but it's all about the accuracy. Off the upright and down and in. First goal in the Premier League, and hopefully the first of many. Duvan Zapata, our new signing, making good on that transfer bid we put in for him already. And just like that, Chelsea get themselves back in front of Watford here. 18 minutes remaining, just got to hold on defensively, although that might be tough. With Hughes, who slides it through, and again, Watford this time equalizing 2-2 the scoreline, and they are very hard to contain. I'm trying my best to get numbers back defensively. I guess it's going to hurt us at this point that we don't have Declan Rice, who had to come off due to injury at halftime, and it just shows in our midfield, those gaps opening up. Mason Mount off. We have to bring Havertz off the bench. We need a third goal, and we need it bad. We need all 3 points in this game. Let's see if we can't make that happen. Watford over the top again. Success plays it down. Serginho Dest lays it off. Ismail Assar in the box looking for a go, and Reece James brings him down out of desperation. 10 minutes left, and Chelsea have given away a penalty. Well, Watford giving us hell out there, and it has been a tough match. Suarez steps up to take this one, and Edward Mendy makes this save while our goalkeeper back to his absolute best. It's been 7 or 8 games now. He has just been absolute world class, keeping out chances he has no right to save. Look at the reach on that. Saves it from the top corner, really. And Chelsea remain in this game now 2-2. Can we go on to grab a late goal of our own? Flicked away there by the defense. And now we look to get forward. Zapata Forwards for Barbosa, Zaha running onto it. Got a couple players forward here. Chelsea, Wilfried Zaha cutting it inside, lays it off. Zapata, top of the box, opens up for it this time. Can't quite sneak that one through the defense, rather. And out there to punch it is Edward Mendy. End-to-end stuff here late in the game. Wilfried Zaha is away now, waiting for the run. Ahead of him, picks out Chilwell. Still got a motor on him here late in the game. Ben Chilwell not afraid to run down the line, and he's still going. Ben Chilwell, now can he put the ball in? Not too bad, looking for Zapata. A couple inches behind, and that could have been a great chance, but it didn't quite come off here. Maybe one more opportunity for Chelsea. No, the whistle blows, and unfortunately we're held to a draw by Watford. Not a bad performance, but you can see already we're missing Rice, and we're just going to have to pray that that is not a serious injury to our central defensive midfielder. All right, well, moment of truth here. We take a look, and no way. Another broken toe. That is our third. 3 months out for Declan Rice. Same injury that is plaguing Abraham and Werner currently. And taking a look at this, I mean, that's probably our 3 best players out. I'm not even exaggerating. Werner, Rice, and Abraham, our 2 biggest goal scorers and our best defensive asset, are all out currently injured. Luckily, we have a very deep squad and we have some new signings coming in, but look at these games coming up. It's a brutal run. Literally in the next week, we have Leicester City, Atletico Madrid in the first round of the knockout stages of the Champions League, and then a cup final against Manchester United on that Saturday. So, I mean, we're going to have to do what we can. Fortunately, Abraham just came back from his injury, so we're just down to 2. He probably won't be ready to start this next game, but we're going to need all the players we can get going into these next couple of games, so he'll need to play a big role in some of those, I'm sure. In the meantime, if you guys want to help me manage the team, I've been having a ton of discussions in our Discord channel, thanks to our Patreon members, about the players that we signed. They helped me work this out, and they were directly responsible for the signing of Zapata, which looks to be a good one already. If you're interested in joining, check out patreon.com/respectthejeff and join to support this channel as well as play a bigger role in discussions behind the scenes. So, like I said, next time up it's Leicester. I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.